Hey guys, Phoenix here. Today, after a long wait, I finally have Battlefield 1 game review for you, or otherwise known as the Phoenix Review. So, without further ado, let's remind everybody what the points are. And I'll point to them right here for you guys to read. First one is the game fun to play? This is going to fall in the categories of, do you actually enjoy playing the game? So, for me, this is, did I actually enjoy playing it? Second thing, is there progressive player development? This is related to other games like BioShock or game sort of that where you actually have to develop skills, and as the game goes along you have to use the skills and your basic skills you start off with in conjunction with each other, not just running and gunning with the same thing over and over and over again. Then we're going to go with the third one. Why did I hold up two? It's the third one. It's going to be, is the game's story fun and does it draw the player in? Well, I'm looking over here because that's where my script is. Sorry guys. So basically what that means is when you play the single player aspect or the multiplayer, because there's some games out there like Overwatch, they're only multiplayer but have a hidden story behind it. Is the story a good one? And does it draw you as a player in? Does it make you want to come back to it over and over and over again? And final, but not least, are you getting what you pay for when you play the game? I know this is kind of odd to throw in there, but there are some games out there that boast a high aspect, a very good product. That's what I'm going to say. A very good product. You spend a lot of money on it, but then you get the game and you're like, what the heck is this? A very good example of that for me is Titanfall 1. It was about $40-50 at one point, and I bought it. But the single player is tied into the multiplayer. For me, that kind of threw me off a bit. Now, mind you, I do play Overwatch, and I love that game. But with that one, it threw me off. I'm used to actually being able to play it by myself and enjoy a good single player and get used to the story of the game. But that didn't happen with me there. So I don't go back and play that a whole lot. Come along, Titanfall 2, they fixed that. So, I love the fact that wow guys, I'm sorry, I can't even speak right now guys. But let me tell you guys this. If you guys got a game that has good story, it makes the player want to stay. I'm sure you guys, as fellow YouTubers and possibly even gamers, understand this. But without further ado, let's get started with the review. Alright everybody, let's start off with, is the game fun to play? I myself thoroughly enjoyed playing the single player and multiplayer aspects of this game. There was a lot more stress in areas of the multiplayer than I had in the single player. That's because the single player kind of drew me in and I got very immersed in it, but we'll cover that later on. But yes, is the game fun to play? Outside of a few rage moments, I would say this game is very fun to play. But due to those rage moments and just some of those days where the game's just unplayable, because it is a DICE game and there are those days where the game just is unplayable. I'm going to give this game a solid 8 out of 10. Now that takes us through one of the 4 questions. Now moving on to the second one. Is there progressive player development? And by this what we mean is, while you're playing, do you feel like you're progressively getting better at the game? Do you feel that you're learning new skills? In this game, not so much. It's pretty straightforward. Everything in the game you can pretty much do at any stage. You don't need to like level up to unlock a certain skill, maybe a different gun, but the same thing is still there. You can kill somebody at level 1 and kill a 100 player who has a much better equipment than you are. It's a skill-based game. This is a very fast action shooter, flyer, everything. If you don't have those reactions at times, it's going to be really hard to be constantly top fragging on a lot of these games. But due to the way how I'm considering progressive player development, I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. Why? Because when I think progressive player development, I'm thinking things like BioShock and stuff like that, where you're slowly leveling up and you're able to learn more skills, but at the very end of it all, you're forced to put them all together. In this, what you have is what you got, and you basically use it the entire game. Now, moving on to the third question. Is the game's story fun, and does it draw you as the player in? This is what I was touching on earlier, was this, I love the story that they did in Battlefield 1. In the other Battlefield games, they've always had a pretty good story and been a lot of fun to play, but this one was very unique. I love the different war stories, little aspects into different points of World War I history that they may have made up in a few areas, but at the same point, it's that feel. They make these little stories, at the same time, they have a lot of facts in there. I loved it, to be honest. I found it very enjoyable. I loved the stealth aspect in some areas. Then the overall chaos in like some of the flying areas where just everything was exploding around me. And then, yeah, it drew me in a heck of a lot. Now, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Why not a 9? Because there could be more. And I'll touch on that in the next segment, which takes us to our final question. Are you getting what you paid for when you bought this game? Now, by that, what does it mean? This game is one of those games that has lots of microtransactions in a sense. Not so much the fact of buying battle packs, but the DLC for extra maps. The Battlefield series has been very much a multiplayer game. I love the fact that they have a single player campaign. That's one of my favorite parts of all Battlefield games is the single player aspect. But I love getting a bunch of my friends together and playing the multiplayer. But the thing is, I bought the game. It's already a high price as it is. And now they're going to make me pay another, $40 to get the rest of the cool maps, the weapons, be able to use the vehicles, and maybe even have a special skin here or there. They want me to pay for all that? That's what I don't fully like. So I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. The reason why I'm going to change it, I'm going to change it to an 8 out of 10. The reason because you get this game knowing there's going to be those transactions. The game has been out for so long, you know there's going to be those transactions with this game. Now, with some of the newer games come out there that you're not expecting DLC pack for, or something like that, or they withhold part of the game, then it's like, what the heck? A good example of that, for example, is Resident Evil 7. From what I understand, the full game was not released. What you paid for is only half the game, and the rest is released later. At least that's what I've been told. I've not done a whole lot of research into that. Maybe I'll have to go and do that. Alright, everybody. So after all that, we've compiled all the scores for the 4 questions, and I've come up with a good solid 7.5 out of 10 on a 10 rank scale. But you know what? I don't like the whole point system, so we're going to go and round it up. It's an 8 out of 10. So the game is a very good game in my opinion. I would buy it again in a heartbeat and play it again. It still has room for improvement, like most games. I don't know yet if I'm going to have a game that's going to be a 10 out of 10, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, until then, thank you guys for enjoying this Phoenix review, and please post your comments down below what you guys think of it, the video. And if you guys have if you guys think I should change up the grading scale a little bit, let me know what you guys think. Be more than happy. Maybe I'll even add a fifth criteria, and then maybe take out one of the other ones or rephrase it. So let me know what you guys think there. If you liked the video, remember to hit that like button below, subscribe, and if you want to get instant notifications when more videos like this or my playthrough videos come out, hit that bell. Alrighty guys, Phoenix, signing out.
They push, we push. Every once in a while, we push hard enough that the light breaks through the clouds, and a world beyond the war glimmers, just out of reach. The war is the world, and the world is the war. But behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people. We are the jaded, we are the naive, we are the honorable and the criminal. We are the bound for legend and the lost to history. We are the knights of the sky, the ghosts in the desert, and the rats in the mud. These are our stories.